Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. So today we are going to learn about H.A Robert's philosophy, chapter 2, introduction of homeopathy. So before that, what is homeopathy? So when we are learning about homeopathy, what all things we should keep in mind? Homeopathy is based on natural laws and seeks to restore health by understanding the symptoms and overall balance of the patient. So along with this, you can mention aphorism 1 and aphorism 2 to fetch more marks. So homeopathy is distinct from conventional medicine, that is allopathic medicine, English medicine, focusing on treating the whole person and not just the disease. The Western medicines, they will just more give importance on disease condition, like for if there is any problem with the arm, they will give only they will only target the arm. But homeopathy, they are targeting whole individual. So individualism is the main criteria for homeopathy. So what is curable by medicine? A good physician must know what conditions can be cured by medicine. So to understand what are conditions, because there are some conditions which is curable by medicine, there are conditions which is not curable by medicine. To understand these things, what we should do, we should learn anatomy, physiology, practice of medicine, etc., etc. Pathology, everything should be learned. So first, the physician should study all those things. Second, which remedies have healing properties? To know this, what he should do, he should learn materia medica and organon, isn't it? So then only we will understand how to administer the medicine by studying the principles of organon of medicine, and what all remedies have healing powers by understanding materia medica. Then this knowledge is gained from years of observing how substance affect healthy individuals and patients. So how we are gaining these experience, how we are gaining through clinical classes. So we must attend clinical classes, and we should never skip clinical classes, and we should observe the patient. We should be, even though if we are medical students, when we get into that clinical, we should be like doctors. We should be like, we are treating that patient. You should be keen observer of that patient. So that is what we are doing in homeopathy. What is the third point? Principles of homeopathy. Homeopathy is based on natural laws that were established long before medical theories changed. Its principles remain consistent even as medical theories evolve. So sometimes medical theories may change, new theories may come, old theories may be evolving, whatever it is. But for homeopathy, those principles are forever the same. That is, it remains consistent, it remains constant. Because why? Because it's based on natural laws. Then 4, homeopathy versus other forms of medicine. Other medical practices may change with new theories, but homeopathy is steady and grounded in proven laws. It offers an effective approach whether in treating chronic conditions, acute illness, or epidemics, such as a recent epidemic, which is really a pandemic. What was it? It was COVID-19. For these things, homeopathy can give an effective approach. So what is the homeopathic approach? It focuses on treating the individual, not just the disease. So for homeopathy, when you think about homeopathy, you should think about individualism. Individual. Homeopaths look at symptoms as clues to the underlying health issues. So we are like detectives. We should investigate, or we must observe the clues. What are the clues? The symptoms, because these symptoms only we will be able to identify the disease and can consider the whole person and treat him by giving correct remedy. So third point, they need to observe the patient's habits, environment, and overall health to select the right remedy. You might have seen some homeopaths asking whether the patient loves chocolates, whether he loves spicy foods, hot food, cold food, or whether he likes summer, winter, or rainy season. You might have heard him asking like that, and you will be wondering why the homeopaths are asking such kinds of questions. So isn't it irrelevant to those things? Why he's asking such? Is it really necessary for asking such things? But I am telling you, it is necessary. Because why? Then only we will be able to find the terminal of the patient, which helps in identifying the remedy. For example, remedy A covers all the symptoms, and remedy B also covers all the symptoms, but remedy A is for hot patient, remedy B is for chilly patient, and the patient is himself chilly patient. So if we are asking all these habits, environment, overall health of, then only we will be understanding the thermal of the patient, then only we will be able to understand the right remedy. What is right remedy? The simillimum is called as the right remedy, because simillimum means the patient remedy which covers all the symptoms that he is suffering, such a way that he will get complete cure. That is what is called as similima. So next point, holistic view of health. Homeopathy views a person as a complete interconnected system. It does not treat isolate the symptoms, but rather the whole being, including physical, emotional, and environmental factors. Then homeopathy and individuality. Each person is unique, and homeopathy aims to treat them as such, considering their hereditary influences and personal history. It helps in minimizing the hereditary burden and supports the body's natural defense mechanism. Then science behind homeopathy. So what's the science behind homeopathy? Everyone will be asking, what is the science behind homeopathy? Is homeopathy fake or what? So let's see what is the science behind homeopathy. Homeopathy is not just theoretical. It is based on practical scientific observation and repeated experiments. Results are checked over time to ensure remedies work effectively. Currently, there are research going on to understand the power and the property of the homeopathic medicine, which is dynamic in nature. Currently, research people are trying to find the evidences that can align to the current scientific proof. So, what does homeopathy treat? It treats functional disturbances, that is how the body works, rather than physical diseases or structural changes. Symptoms are seen as indicators of deeper issues in the vital force, that is the body's energy. And homeopathy doesn't focus on curing the disease itself, but addresses the cause of the symptoms. Understanding disease and symptoms. Homeopathy looks at the primary symptoms, functional symptoms, that shows an imbalance in the vital force. So that's why we are asking general physical generals like appetite, thirst, sleep, urine stool. These things are because why we are asking all such things, because then only we will understand whether there is any functional derangement of the patient. So that's why we are asking such questions. Then secondary symptoms like physical changes are the result of these imbalances and are not treated directly. Then role of homeopathy in medicine. It complements other forms of medicine, especially when it comes to managing diseases dynamically. In certain cases, like emergency situations, in certain cases, homeopathy can also provide immediate relief. Not all kinds of cases, but in certain cases only. Now, inductive reasoning in homeopathy. This is a must learn topic, okay? You should keep in mind, you should write the notes for this because this is important in this chapter. What is the inductive reasoning? Inductive reasoning is the process of drawing conclusions from observed facts or experiences leading to general principles. It involves 4 major points. Exact observation, careful and accurate observation of phenomena. First, what we must do? We should observe, exact observation. Second, correct interpretation, understanding these observations correctly and linking them. So first we will observe. Second, we should understand what we observed. And third, rational explanation, offering logical explanation based on these observations. So first we will observe. Second, we will understand what we have observed. Third, we should give some explanation to someone, isn't it? And it should be logical. If it is illogical, everyone will think, oh, what rubbish he is talking. We shouldn't be like that. We should give logical explanation. And the fourth point is scientific construction. If anything is said, it should be scientific nature, isn't it? So organizing these facts into coherent system that matches reality. Then only they will say, give me scientific proof, give me that, give me this. If we are observing and if we are understanding and if we are giving logical explanation and if we are organizing all these facts into scientific basis, then we can say to anyone that homeopathy works, homeopathy believes, homeopathy is it. So that's what it. Hahnemann, the founder of homeopathy, applied this method in his development of the system. He began by questioning traditional medical practice. Here, traditional medical practice means Western medicine, that is allopathy, noticing how often they fail to help patients. This led him to experiment with medicines and their effects, leading to the discovery of the law of similars, the principle that like cures like. So, steps in Hahnemann's development of homeopathy. How did he develop this homeopathy? First one is exact observation. What did you observe? Hahnemann became frustrated with the medical practice of his time. At that time, it was really brutal, like bloodletting. Then you have heard it, right? All those things were really brutal. So he didn't like that practice. Even though he studied MBBS, he was not satisfied what he learned. He observed many patients worsening under treatment. which led him to abandon traditional medicine, that was allopathy. He started studying chemicals and medical literature, leading him to experiment with remedies like chingon and bark for fever. So that's how he understood this. He observed all these things. The second is correct interpretation of observation. After conducting several provings, that is drug proving, experiments where he gave healthy people medicine to see what symptoms they developed. Hahnemann correctly interpreted the medicines causing symptoms in healthy people could help those with similar symptoms in disease. Rational explanation. Drawing from past thinkers like Hippocrates, Hahnemann explained that diseases are cured by medicines that cause similar symptoms. He emphasized this principle as crucial for effective treatment. So that's what he did. He gave the explanation that diseases are cured by medicines that cause similar symptoms. Highlighted, diseases are cured by medicines that cause similar symptoms. So next is scientific construction. And using these principles, Hahnemann scientifically constructed a system where medicines were selected based on the symptoms they produce. So if you are eating or if you are consuming the homeopathic medicine, symptoms will be produced. That's why we are saying don't eat homeopathic medicine just for fun, because if you're eating you will get sick. That's why, because our medicines are having the dynamic power to cause disease if we are not diseased. That's why. So he further refined this by diluting remedies to reduce side effects while maintaining their healing power, leading to the discovery of potentization. So you will be thinking why we are adding water, why we are diluting it with alcohol or water, why it is done just to reduce side effects and thereby maintaining the healing power, leading to discovery of potentization. Again, Hahnemann's contribution to medicine. Hahnemann's application of inductive reasoning and careful experimentation lead to creation of homeopathy. His approach is scientific, relying on observation, data collection, and rational thinking to create a treatment system that treats the whole person and not just the individual symptoms. He also emphasized the importance of individuality in treatment, recognizing that each patient is unique. The totality of symptoms, all symptoms together. What is totality of symptoms? When we collect all the symptoms together, guides the choice of remedy, ensuring that the treatment is personalized. So what are the key principles in homeopathy? Similia similibus curanda. Like cures like. The like be cured by like. Similia similibus curanda. A substance that produces symptoms in healthy people can cure similar symptoms in sick people. So the law of potentization is another key point where medicines can be made more effective through dilution and succussion. Succussion means vigorous shaking, a method discovered by Hahnemann. So the scientific nature of homeopathy. Homeopathy is based on natural laws, and Hahnemann's inductive reasoning, those 4 points, help shape into a scientifically valid method of healing. His methodological approach in observing symptoms, testing remedies, and interpreting results was revolutionary for its time. But now, as the scientific has been increased, there are so many problems facing right now about the scientific basis or scientific facts of homeopathy. And for that, research is going on. In summary, Hahnemann's use of inductive reasoning helped him build homeopathy on a foundational of logical principles. His work continues to influence medical practice today, with homeopathy being seen as both a scientific method and a holistic approach to healing. So that's all about this topic. Thank you for listening. And if you have any doubts, please comment below. And don't forget to like, share and subscribe. And for more videos, please encourage me by commenting, or if you have any suggestions, please comment below. Thank you. Have a nice day.